Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It's Wednesday, new comic book day. Hopefully, you guys got your comic books today. If you do that on a weekly basis, I'm going to review books that are coming out next Wednesday, January 25th. This will give you a head start ahead of time, yeah, just to keep your eyes on what to look for. Some interesting books coming out next week. So yeah, there's a lot to review. There's some couple nice DC books, a couple nice Marvel books, couple independents that look pretty good as well. So we're going to use Midtown as usual for our proxy. So let me get you guys going on that. All right, we're starting off as usual. There we go with Dark Horse, Dragon Age: The Missing #1. George Mann is the writer. That's cool. A cover, just the one cover. Witcher: The Ballad of Two Wolves #2. I think there's 3 covers for this one. I really like the actually there's 4. Like the Otto Schmidt cover. That one looks pretty good. They're all pretty nice, but I think that one is my favorite if I had to only choose one. All right. The David Lopez cover is actually pretty good too. Yeah, I like that one. And the rest are trades and hardcovers. Moving on to DC, Action Comics 1051, a cover by Dan Mora. You've got an interesting Stephen Beach cover. Who's that? Cyborg Superman. About to get pummeled. Looks like Terminator. Looks like the Terminator to me. There's the Fornes cover, which is nice. D cover by Davila. Sandoval cover is the E cover, and you've got an F cover by Nakayama. By the way, the Nakayama also had a virgin foil version of this that was a 1 in 100. Midtown does not have that for sale. They only really go up to the 1 in 25, and that's it. So I don't know if that means that they're going to be offering them next week. It depends on their ordering, but it may be that they only ordered 25 copies of Action Comics 1051. That seems a little bizarre to me, but oh, by the way, there's also a cover H. That Stephen Beach cover is they have an embossed cover of that. That might be interesting. But I'm a little shocked. There's no 1 in 50 and there's no 1 in 100. I know the 1 in 100 is this Nakayama cover, which I saw a lot of websites were selling it between 200 to 250. I don't know if they still are, but the Golden Apple, several of the bigger stores were selling them at a premium over ratio. All right, let's move down the list here. Batman: One Bad Day, Catwoman. These have been a pretty good read. I've read a couple of them so far. I did pre-order a couple of the incentive covers. I like the Fong cover. That one's really nice. I didn't order the 1 in 50, but I did order the Brian Boland, the 1 in 100. That's a pretty good price. eBay, I think this was selling between $250 to $300 range. So I'll be interesting to see if that sells out. All right. Blue Beetle Graduation Day issue 3 will be out next week. This Choku cover is pretty cool. I like the dynamic action of that. That one's nice. Catwoman 51 will be out. The Swaby cover is really nice. I like that one. And the Sweeney Boo cover is pretty good as well. Regularly priced. And there's just a 1 in 25 for $22.50. Again, I think there is a 1 in 50 of Catwoman 51, but not for sale at Midtown this next week. So I find that slightly interesting. I don't know why. I believe there's a 1 in 50 though. Maybe I'm wrong about that. DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead, issue 5. I really like this Frankenvillia cover. It's pretty creepy. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Detective Comics 1068. The Rice cover is really nice. I like that one. Inhook Lee is pretty good. Harley Quinn 26. You get a Frizzen cover. This is a little unusual for Frizzen. It's not her typical look of her cover, so I do like it though. Very nice. I can't remember if I pre-ordered that. I may have to grab that before the day is out. I don't remember if I pre-ordered that. Lazarus Planet We Once Were Gods #1. This is a one-shot. I like the C cover by Matina. Who doesn't? Tina's just one of those artists that I'm always interested to see what he's doing. He's one of my faves. All right, so that one is still available. There's a couple of incentive covers as well. Those didn't really interest me at all. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Punchline, the Gotham game issue 4 is out next week. I really like the Claire Rowe foil cover. That one's nice. That's a 1 in 50. That's a pretty nice discount. Hold on one second, guys. All right. I was making sure I picked up that Street Fighter #1, the Gabriel Delato cover. That went live at 6 o'clock at Carnivore Comics. So check it out. If you like it, grab it. Only 500 print runs, so it may not last too long. We'll have to see. Comic books these days are sometimes they're selling out, and sometimes they aren't. So we'll have to see how the public reacts to it. Sandman Universe, Dead Boy Detectives issue 2. I really like the A cover. I think the A cover is the best cover. I mean, I love that cover. First of all, I'm partial to a red cover. That cover is just awesome. So, yeah, I'm definitely getting that one. The incentive cover by Johnson is pretty good, but it's just nowhere as good as the A. Is that the A cover? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Waiting for Midtown here. Oh, that was a B cover. I'm sorry. Yeah, not the A cover is the one I like. It's the B cover by Alex Ekman Lawn. So that B cover is the one to get, in my opinion. Tim Drake #5. I do like this B cover by Nick Robles. I think it's Robles. That one's pretty cool. He's done a lot of covers for Department of Truth and Something Is Killing the Children, I think. All right. Let's see. I think that's it for DC. Anything from Dynamite? I don't think there was. I'm not surprised this cover sold out, that B cover. I did notice that when I was flipping through. I thought, oh, that's a pretty nice cover. And sure enough, it's sold out now. So that seems to be, I tell you, I'm usually pretty good. And the incentive Virgin cover is also sold out. So that might be a hot book this week. I don't collect that comic, but it is a nice cover. Darkwing Duck Volume 3 #1 is out. A slew of covers, as many covers as you can think of. There's tons of store exclusives. The only store exclusive I really picked up was the one by Delato. He did a really, really nice one that Spectral Comics had. So I think that was the only I did pick up the Ivan Tao one. Ivan Tao did one that was really good too, and I did pick that up. So just the Ivan Tao and the Delato were the only, and those were store exclusives. So yeah, I just can't see. I mean, this Nakayama cover is nice. It's a foil. Yeah, it's definitely going to be limited. It's $360 though. I mean, it's a lot of money to spend on an incentive book, especially with the trend has been. It wouldn't be surprised if this sells, a couple weeks, maybe a month from now, in the 200 maybe or less range. So I'd be a little hesitant to spend that kind of money. I believe that is a 1 in 500. This just seems a little too steep, I think, right now, especially the comic book market is not exactly vibrant at the moment. Gargoyles #2 is out next week. A couple nice covers. I think only one of them I noticed was sold out, which I think was the Jay Lee cover. There was an incentive, yeah, man, $270. So Midtown probably only had one of those, but yeah, it's gone. Someone grabbed it. All right. And there's some Lyrics Lee. There's a Perio. Some nice covers. I'm not collecting that series though. Lord of the Jungle #3 will be out next week. Dan Jurgens. There's some cool covers. There's a Josh Burns cover. I know there's a lot of people that like Josh Burns. Cover art. He does a lot. There's a Moratat cover. He's a classic artist from back in the day. That's a nice cover. There's a bunch of nice ones. The Panosian cover looks like that one's sold out. That's a black and white. That's gone at Midtown. There's a Virgin color version of that. I don't know why the black and white would be sold out, but who knows? There's this kind of poster-looking cover, right, by Robert Hack. Yeah, some nice covers. Not bad. All right, moving down the list. Siren's Gate, you got some nice cover work there by Shannon Mayer. I think I pre-ordered one of these. I don't remember which one. I think it might be the Virgin cover. I think I pre-ordered it for like $5. It was really cheap, so that's one of the reasons I picked it up. But yeah, he does really nice work. I mean, that's fantastic work by Shannon Mayer. He's popular. There's another one by him that's pretty cool. More of an action scene than a portrait. There's a bunch of them. Pick the one you like, I guess. All right, I think we're about done with Dynamite Entertainment. Yeah, I kind of like this Jonathan Lau cover too. That one's pretty good. That's Vampirilla Strikes. It looks like the Alex Horley cover is sold out. That's a incentive cover. And I think that does it for Dynamite. IDW Publishing. Let's see. Was there anything worth looking at? Sometimes these Star Trek books get some heat on them. I don't know. This cover looks interesting. I wonder how many stores are going to order 25 copies. I'm not sure if it's a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50, but man, if it's a 1 in 50, there's no shops anywhere near me that would order that. Star Trek, I mean, maybe 5 to 10 copies maximum. Even that's a big store would order that. Some stores probably wouldn't even order it. You'd have to request it to be put in your box if you were just a subscriber to the store. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, The Lost Years. That's a big book that will be out next week. Kevin Eastman, art by Ben Bishop. There's some nice covers here. I really dig the 1 in 50 here by Diodato. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It's got a classic feel to it. There's also an incentive. I believe this is a 1 in 100 cover. That's also still available. That's going to be a big print run, though, so it might be better to wait and see what the secondary market's going to do. Creepshow #5. A cover's really cool. I remember those spinner racks. That's the thing. I'm old enough to remember those spinner racks. So a lot of people that are into comic books only hear about it and see it in old videos. I was there. I remember. Sound like an old grandpa now. All right. We're still in Image. I really like this series, Hitomi #4. I've read the first 3 issues. Very good read. Story's really good. I like it. It's the adventures of an old samurai trying to teach a new apprentice to become a samurai. It's a good story. I like it. I would highly recommend picking that up. If not for the read, maybe get that trade dress if you don't want to collect the floppies. All right. Inferno Girl Red Book #1. I don't really collect these type comic books, but the 1 in 50 looks pretty nice. It is a nice looking cover, but yeah, I'm not really collecting that series. Actually, the 1 in 25 is nice too. They're both nice. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I don't know if Midtown's acting up here on me. Let me go back. Oh, I don't know what I did. How dare I click on something? All right, back to Image. Yeah, like I said, the 1 in 25 by Inferno Girl is pretty cool, and the 1 in 50 as well. Invincible #1. There is a facsimile coming out next week. Most of us don't own the original. Some of you do, but I don't know anybody that does. It's just one of those books that has a definite cult following. It's got a Netflix show. I don't know. Is it worth buying facsimiles? I think it is on really marquee books from the past that most people are wishing they could own the original. I don't know that Invincible is in that category, so it's not one that I'm going to pick up. But hey, if you love that show and you can't afford the first issue, next best thing is buying the reprint, right? Sometimes the reprints go up in value, but I have a feeling that one won't. Just a feeling. Anything else from Image? Let me move down the list here. Magic Order. I don't think anybody reads that. I gave up on that a long time ago. Saga 61. That's just one I have on my regular pull list. I pre-order that every single month. Man, wait till you see issue 62 of Saga. The cover on that is phenomenal. It's one of the best covers that I've ever seen that Saga has put out. But yeah, this is a must-read. Just a great book by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Highly recommend picking that up. Scorched 14's out. Yeah, nice David Mack cover. Very nice. I like it. Willow cover's pretty good as well. All right, I think that does it for Image. Let me get to the last one, which is, well, there's 2 more. Marvel and Independence. Let's look at Marvel first. All Out Avengers #5. I do like this cover by, is it Bazadula? Bazadula? I don't know. It's a nice cover. Nice. Amazing Spider-Man #18. Nice Stegman classic homage. I can't remember what homage it's to. It's like Amazing Spider-Man 50 something. I can't remember. I can't remember which one it's an homage to. It's one I don't own though, of course. Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise, huh? It's a trippy book. If you like Trad Moore's art, this was a good one to pick up. I have a feeling if you do hallucinogens while reading it, it might give you some further stimulation. I don't know. We got another facsimile of Hulk 347. I don't know why they do a facsimile. Can't you just buy that? I don't think it's that expensive. Midnight Suns #5. You get a nice Kyle Holtz cover. That might be worth grabbing just to see if there's any first appearances or anything going on in that book. I do like this Sabretooth and the Exiles #3 Stegman cover. It kind of reminds me of like a Steranko type of feel, or has that Steranko feel to it. I don't know. Interesting. All right, another big book from Marvel next week is Sins of Sinister #1. This is just a one shot. This is going to kickstart the new X-Men storyline where Sinister is plotting for many years and finally instituting his sinister scheme, and we'll have to see what happens. But there's a bunch of nice covers. I like this Joshua Cassera cover. That one's pretty cool. And of course, you got a lovely Artgerm cover. There is a 1 in 100 Virgin cover of this that it's probably going to go for a pretty penny. I don't think Midtown again did not order enough. Oh, they did. Okay. Midtown's asking $180. I think this is a 1 in 100. So notice an 80% increase over ratio price. That seems a little crazy to me. But if you go on eBay, yeah, there are a lot of people asking over $200 for that book. So, sometimes it's worthwhile to pre-order. I did pre-order one for $99. I could not find it any cheaper anywhere else. And sometimes, a lot of times it bombs when you do that. But this time, I think it worked out since it seems like there's a sizable increase. The Chichetto is a 1 in 50. Notice there's a pretty steep discount on that one. It's a nice cover by Chichetto, but I think a lot of people were trying to get the 1 in 100. So that seems to be the book. Don't be surprised if that shows up on a Hot 10 list. I'm pretty sure it will. It's a really, really nice cover by Artgerm. You got some Star Wars books. High Republic Blade issue 2 will be out. I dig the David Lopez cover. That one's really cool. I like that one a lot. The Miko Suyan cover is sold out. I don't know if the colors are supposed to look like that. It looks like a negative image, right? Like maybe I think that's the effect they're going for. But that one seems to be a hot book at the moment. Sold out pretty quickly on Midtown. Star Wars Yoda #3. 3 issues there. Looks like the Zurcher cover is a 1 in 25. That's still available at Midtown. Thor #30 is out. I really like this. I really like this Maria Wolf. I mean, it's definitely got some crazy covers. That was another one's just crazy. I like it. I'm gonna grab one around that price. Same as Midtown. What else we got here? Wakanda #1. I guess so. Wakanda #4 seems to be a hot book from last week, or actually it came out this Wednesday. So I didn't get a chance to run to my local comic book shop. I guess I probably should have. Maybe I could have scored one of those. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow it'll be gone. It seems to be the hot book of the week. That one will definitely be on the Hot 10 list. I guess there's a first appearance of maybe Tosin's love interest. So Tosin is in the book. Not his first appearance, obviously. I've got that one, but I don't know. Is it his 4th appearance? I think he's been in. It's definitely not anywhere near a 2nd appearance. I mean, it's like a 4th or 5th appearance, maybe. Nothing special regarding him. I just think it's that new character. It doesn't seem like a character that I would put a lot of money into, but at the moment, it's a hot book. Independence, Behold Behemoth #3 is out next week. Looks like the 1 per store Virgin cover is sold out. It's pretty nice looking. That one's gone. 1 in 25 still available. Boogeyman #5. I kind of like this Boogeyman series. It's been a good read, and I really like these Virgin Dejet covers. So I've been kind of picking them up. I believe I pre-ordered that already. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but it's a good read. I've been enjoying it so far. Born of Blood #3. Looks like they've gone to a 2nd printing. Looks like issue 2 is in a 2nd printing now. Didn't know this book was that popular. Merc Publishing, just a small little publisher. They've actually got a website, so these are also for sale. at their website if you want to check it out. I think you just Google Merck Publishing. So issue 4 is out. There's a really hot Ariel Diaz foil risque variant. I'm the one that grabbed it. That's probably why it's showing sold out. It's a good deal to get it off Midtown because it's 10% off. You can't find it anywhere else for that price. Believe me, I've looked. Their website, you can still grab it for $100 plus taxes plus shipping. Whereas if Midtown, you spend I think it's over $80. You don't pay any shipping costs, so it's definitely a little cheaper to get it from Midtown. Plus, it's $10 cheaper than buying it at their own website. If you go to Golden Apple, they want $200 to $250. I think there's 2 websites that have it still. Golden Apple wants $200 for this book, and there's another site that wants like $250 for it. I can't remember the name of it. State of Comics, one of those websites. I think if you Google it, I think there were 2 websites that still had it for sale, but yeah, they want crazy money for it. I think your next best bet is to get it for $100 from Merck Publishing. You're just going to have to pay, I think they charge like $7 shipping. So yeah, you'll have some shipping and tax costs along with that. But it's a beautiful cover. If you want to see the cover, go on Instagram and just type in Born of Blood number 4. It'll show that Ariel Diaz cover. It's a really nice cover. Coins of Judas number 1. This is a new book by the publishing Band of Bards. I don't know if this is worth picking up or not. There is a Stan Yak cover, and it looks like there's a foil that's still available at Midtown. Thought I would mention that one. Damn Them All number 4. That's another Boom Studios book. Bunch of covers. Looks like we don't get to see all of them, though. It looks like the Dan Mora Virgin cover is sold out. That's a 1 per store. Thank you, variant. I think we're getting near the end, guys. We're almost done. Tried to go a little faster this time. And I'm not going to mention everything, just the ones that stand out a little bit. This cover looks nice. Grimm Fairy Tales presents Bell Scream of the Banshee number 1. That's a nice looking cover by Ignacio No. I think it's Ignacio No. Beautiful cover. I like the cover a lot. That's very nice. You did a nice job on that one. I don't know. Sometimes these Grimm fairy tale books do well just because I think people like to buy them for the covers. I don't know if anyone actually reads them or not. That's debatable. Another book, number 1 by Band of Bards, Hush Ronin. I don't know if that's worth checking out. Just the 1 cover. It looks like it's normally a $10 cover price, so I don't know if that's a oversized issue. Hopefully it's more than 32 pages for that price. Yeah, I could see this one being somewhat hot. Lady Death, Necrotic Genesis number 1. This is the Ji Hung Lee naughty cover. Doesn't look that naughty. I've seen way naughtier than that. There's also a Bart Sears variant cover. I don't collect any of those type of books, but yeah, once in a while, if you see a really nice cover, it might compel you to pick it up. Power Rangers is out next week versus the Ninja Turtles. I think issue 1, there's a couple variants. There's issue 2 will be out. A bunch of covers on that. I mean, this one in black and white's pretty cool. By Kevin Eastman and Freddie Williams. That's interesting. This looks like an In-Hook Lee cover. Nope, I'm wrong. Simeon DeMeo. This one's the In-Hook Lee, right? Nope, Ji Hung Yoon. I'll get it eventually. I think one of them's by In-Hook Lee. I think it's this one. No, it's Ariel Avaletti. I don't know. I'm totally off. What the hell do I know? All right, Source Point Press, Nightwalkers number 1. Another vampire book, just what we need. I don't know if that's worth picking up or not. Ninja Funk number 3. I was not very impressed with Ninja Funk. I read the first issue. It was pretty terrible. But they do have some cool covers. Looks like the Boss Logic cover sold out. He did a nice one for the issue #1 as well. But I don't know. Maybe the read will get better. Sometimes the first issue is a little rough. Maybe maybe it gets better. But I was not impressed by reading the first issue. I've not been really impressed with any Whatnot book at this point. So if you guys know of one that I should check out, let me know in the comments. I just have not read one yet that impressed me at all. Quested #2. This is another Whatnot published book. Yeah, this one, I'm not surprised this one sold out. The video game homage. They've been doing well. I mean, the recipe is these video game homages. People are into video games, and it adds another collectability to this. Issue 1 sold out very quickly and basically goes for double ratio on eBay. And sure enough, this one, I checked recent sales, and there have been 2 listings for sale that have been bought, and then they were $55 a piece. So way more than what Midtown was asking. So if anybody picked that up, good job. That one seems to be doing well at the moment. Rick and Morty 25th Anniversary Edition Silver Foil variant. I don't know if this is worth picking up or not. It looks like it might be. They're going to CGC grade it maybe, but I do have the original first print of Rick and Morty #1. Bought that for, I think, around $20 years and years ago. Probably, man, that was probably at least 6 years ago. And I've kept it ever since. I think I collected the first 35 issues of Rick and Morty and kept them all. They're all in my lights. They all look nice. They're all in mint condition. I don't have every single cover. I know there were a lot of variant covers for some of those issues. Road Trip to Hell #1 looks like the incentive spot foil cover is sold out at Midtown. That was from Scout Comics. Sometimes it's worth checking out Scout Comics' own website. Some of the stuff that sells out at Midtown is still available at their website. So keep that in mind if you are itching to buy a particular Scout book that looks to be sold out. It may not be sold out at their website. What else? I think we're near the end. Traveling to Mars. No, thank you. Yeah. Zombicide, Year Zero. Yeah, I think we're done. That's it. All right, guys. Let me just recognize some people in the chat. Give a little shout out to people. We got first in the chat was GTK Comic. Good to see you, buddy. Up in the Canadian North. We got Kenneth Bird. We got Manny the Comic Collector. Good old Manny. Manny's definitely one that you should be watching, following him on Instagram for sure. Luis Ramirez 504. Yeah, Manny's always on the hunt. He was the one that posted about that Wakanda #4. I didn't know about that until he posted it. Manny says, I'm old enough to remember those spinner racks at the 7-Eleven. Yep. For me, it was a Circle K. I lived right down the road from a Circle K. I would go up there as a kid. I'd ride my bike up there and pick up a Slurpee and a, Circle K's version of a Slurpee. The real Slurpee was 7-Eleven. I wish I had a 7-Eleven near me, but now it was a Circle K, unfortunately. But they had something Slurpee-esque, and they had spinner racks too. Manny says Ninja Funk, more like Ninja Homage. My LCS still has stacks of #1 and second print #1. Yeah, I don't think it's done well. I still see them trying to sell it on auctions on those Whatnot auctions, right? Yeah. Manny says Whatnot publisher only knows homage covers, value never holds. Yep, that seems to be the case. Yep. All right, guys. I just wanted to give a shout out to those people in the chat. Thank you for watching in live and participating in the chat. I will have a live stream tomorrow evening. I'm still working on trying to get a couple artists on the show. J.H. Williams the third. I'm going to try to get him on in the next few weeks. I'm going to reach out to him this week, see if I can firm up a date and a time. I also have John Guion. He's going to come on probably in the next month or so, probably sometime in February. So I do have some pretty cool guests, some artists coming on to discuss comic books and their art. Manny has a thing here. Seth, I deemed you this morning showing crazy price for a Jack White variant. Oh yeah, that Jack White variant. I did not like that cover. I could have easily pre-ordered that. Obviously, I didn't know about the Paul McCartney, but the Jack White one was pretty well. They had that cover way in advance, so I don't know. I'm not a big Jack White fan. I think he was decent. He has like one good song, maybe two. What's the Seven Nation Army? Obviously, I think he's riding that into the sunset. Probably makes a pretty good amount of money off that. That song gets played all the time. But name 3 songs by Jack White. You're probably gonna have a hard time. So yeah, I wouldn't put him up there with Eminem or Paul McCartney. So, but yeah, people want to pay crazy prices. Congratulations, anyone that picked that up for pre-order price. I would dump them on eBay. That would be what I would do. But hey, everyone follow their own ideas there. But yeah, I was not too impressed with that cover. It didn't do anything for me. Manny says he sold one for $100. Wow, $100. That's crazy. Well, people are nuts. I don't know what to tell you. Congratulations. That's like stealing money. I don't know what else to say about that. All right, guys, that's what I had for you. Tomorrow evening, I will send out notifications. This is probably going to be around 8:30, 9 o'clock. That seems to be a good time. I sometimes catch more people around that time. So I'll send out notifications. And make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. I'll try to post that on Instagram as a reminder. Hope you guys have a great evening. I'll see you all soon.